Yo, dude. All right, bro. I'm gonna fucking kiss you on the lips right now.
What?
Get it on camera.
No, what are we doing?
Can I do it?
No.
Come on, man. Stop being anti-gay.
Just go. Just go. Get him.
Dude, if I'm gay, I will tell you, bro. I'm not just being gay for no reason, man. Yeah. Thank God these are man on man preventative.
So like what I was saying before is like you know, like I'm someone, and this is just where I come from, where it's like I feel like I donate to GoFundMe's. Anytime I see a homeless person, I not only offer them money, I offer them food and water. So why am I not allowed to then yell racial slurs at non-whites in the street?
Because
ask me that.
I
don't know why.
Chris, you can't. Chris,
because it's like
because you fucking can't, dude.
I don't understand why
it works.
You
dude.
can't do nice things for people just so you can be a vocal racist, dude.
But I'm giving homeless people fucking full bagels toasted with butter.
I know, dude, but you
He's
can't.
kind of earned it, though.
No,
Dude,
guys,
he's kind of.
guys, you're missing the fucking point. He's clearly doing this so he can exercise his right to be a complete son of a bitch racist.
Yeah, I can't throw a mask at an Asian person, say put this on, you coronavirus fucking.
No, you can't.
Literally gave a homeless guy $1.
Yeah.
If I gave a homeless guy a fucking
You're buying
dollar,
You're buying a racist
if I give a
comment.
homeless guy $1, I can't go on the subway and go up to some woman selling churros and say passport now, or I call ICE in 5 seconds.
No, you can't do that.
Why not?
Because
Passport
you're
now.
so offensive to my. I'm rather
Or go
woke.
kick a black guy in the face, say here's your fucking month.
Hey,
If I give a guy $5 a week before that, homeless guy.
you can't buy your right to be a racist, you son of a bitch.
Here's your month.
Black History Month.
my God.
February's over, you son of a bitch.
I'm just kidding. Oh, it's Women's History Month. Let me tuck it back. I'm kidding around.
Chris, you've killed our podcast.
Here's your month.
Chris shut down the podcast.
Here's your month.
I'm joking. I'm just kidding around.
I am fucking
Dude, how
outraged.
about fucking Super Tuesdays? Were you surprised?
I was not so surprised. The question is, does Biden or Bernie pull out the ultimate nomination?
I think it's going to be Joe Biden.
As far as you think Biden's going to be the
He's more elected.
Feels like it.
I think he's more elected.
It feels like it. It feels like that's who the Democrats
I was
want.
surprised most people like. I didn't think that many people like Biden. I find him like very.
He's a
old
familiar
and just, like,
face. He's been around a long
with
time.
Obama,
He's kind of like a Scranton, Pennsylvania kind of.
Nice.
He's kind of.
People aren't as loosey goosey and liberal as Bernie was thinking, huh? When it comes down to it, everyone's like,
I think Trumpy boys are going to win again, though.
Well,
I think beat
Trump is
Biden
gonna
and
win.
Bernie.
The thing is, like Brian said before, it's like this is what we get to pick from.
Well, the
This is
best
it?
thing somebody
I don't
said
like
about
any of them.
the best thing somebody said about Bernie Sanders. One of the things that's good about Bernie is that he speaks his mind.
Yeah.
He's as authentic as it gets.
Right.
But one of the things that somebody says when Bernie Sanders talks about free college, free healthcare, he is a guy who believes those things should be moral rights.
Right.
That's an argument, you know, and I respect it. But at the end of the day, when it comes to actually paying for it, when it comes down to the nitty gritty of
plan?
it all, that's where
Where can he
he's
pay
going
for
to
it?
fall
He wanted to
short.
take it
But
from the
he's a
military.
Jew, he'll find
He
a
wanted to
way.
take it from the military.
Was that okay to say?
No, I don't know.
sorry.
Well,
I don't
he's
know.
a Brooklyn Jew, right?
He's a Brooklyn Jew, but he lives in Vermont.
He's a Brooklyn Jew who's actually, I think, almost anti-Israel. I mean,
Right.
he's got these very sort of unpopular Jewish views. He's a guy who took his honeymoon in the Soviet Union, and
He did.
Yes, he went to the Soviet Union.
Bless you, dude. Let me know next time. I'll open my mouth.
What the fuck did you
I
say?
got corona.
Oh no. That's the other thing. People are around my set on the show. People are bumping elbows.
that's
I'm
gay.
like, get the
Oh,
fuck
that's
out of
gay.
here.
I love that people
shake
are-
my hands right now.
No,
I love
fist
that.
bump.
I love that people buy the Corona buy the masks, like those masks.
Does nothing.
That's not going to do anything. And the
No, it only helps if you have the virus. It keeps it so you don't get other people
guess
sick.
so.
Babesicles. Let me tell you something right now. That
Babesicles,
fucking
dude.
that
call
fucking
them?
Babesicles. That
He kissed me
fucking-
yesterday at the comedy store.
Kiss
brother.
me too.
In front of
Yeah.
all my friends.
Kiss me too.
No, in front of all my friends. I'm like,
can't-
what's up, dude? It's coming in here. I'm like, what? Kissing
Yeah.
her. Okay.
What are you gonna do, dude? That's
I
the
don't
thing.
know.
You and I could get on the octagon and you'll stick to the floor because I'll come all over you. You're not gonna get up to it. I'm gonna shoot my spider webs on you and pin you 1, 2, 3.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Chlamydia free, guy. I got the results.
It's true. Congrats.
Listen, the coronavirus. I don't think for a second
it's a
that that's
hoax?
from eating bats. I think that was biochemically made in a lab in China, and they make it. And then the people that wear the masks are so fucking stupid because the masks are made in China. They're dipping the mask in the coronavirus, sending to the United States. It's a whole conspiracy that I know that the liberal fucking cucks have made to try to crash the economy, and you're not going to take down Trump 2020.
Jesus Christ! What the fuck, Stefano?
I'm just fucking kidding around. Did I
don't
go
know,
too
dude.
far with the here's your month? I felt
think
like that
so.
one crossed the line.
I do.
I'm
So do
so
I.
sorry. Is it live? Can we edit that one out?
Hey, we can edit
No,
it
you
out.
guys can keep it, but I just feel like that. I felt like I was having fun with the thing, and then I said kick that, and then I saw people put their heads down when I said here's your month.
Right.
I love and support all black people and people of any race, culture, and creed, and transgender people. I love. Literally, there's not a group of people on this fucking planet that I don't love, except the Vietnamese because we were at war with them.
Jesus Christ, we have a
You
Vietnamese
and
woman in the
Vietnamese
fucking...
can get your fucking sandwiches and shove them up your little
Cat's a
asses.
fucking cat.
Sorry.
Cat is from Vietnam.
Cat, I know, I love you. It's just, I can't, I'm kidding around. I was just joking.
You went bad on Eskimos. You went bad on Vietnamese.
I'm kidding. I'm just fucking being silly.
Here's your month.
I'm being a silly goose, man.
Hey, do you want us to wait to release this to after you shoot Kimmel?
Yeah, I'm a silly goose. Because I was just saying I'm kidding. I fucking love everybody. I have a Puerto Rican child.
That's why when you go to a Greek diner, you ever notice you can't hand the money to the waiter? You got to walk up and hand it to whatever 96-year-old Greek guy's behind the counter. That's because we're paranoid. We don't let anyone touch our money. So for right now, I'm winning because I'm Greek and paranoid. I got lots of cash.
How much cash do you have? Just let the people know.
Yeah, I don't want to let the people know because then that's it. I just got security cameras installed. Try me.
I got about $400 in my wallet. Is that enough?
That's enough. I think that's enough for you and the baby, especially because,
But,
the other side,
but my baby's mama has scratch-offs, so that's good.
She got a lot of scratch-offs, and I think if you went over to your baby mom-in-law's house for $400, I think she's going to think that you guys got 4-year supply.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, what the
She
truth
said,
is,
you got $400, but guess what? I got 14 Puff-Muff coupons to put in there with it.
Well, that's funny. Is my mother came over yesterday to disinfect the apartment I'm staying at, and then my, everybody was here. The baby was here, and baby's mama and baby's grandma and my mother came over and just started Cloroxing everything, and then she started Cloroxing them.
The thing is, we have to try to see if we can get that Iranian Puerto Rican video back. Can we at least put it back up on Patreon?
Should we ask her live right now?
Huh? Yeah, you want
to live on the podcast right now?
Oh, is she there?
Yeah, let's ask her. This could be the end of the episode. Yanni, can I sleep over tonight?
Wait a second. I had no idea that was...
Do you want to be on the podcast or no? Can I just ask you a question on the podcast? You don't want to be on it? Can I just ask you a question? Okay. The question we want to know is, can Giannis and I put the Iranian video back up on our Instagrams? Can we do it?
Whatever the fuck you want.
What was that?
Do whatever the fuck you want.
That's a no.
This is the wildest episode we ever did.
I don't believe right now that most people who call for all this social reform, I actually don't think they want it all. I think they want more division because then they have a job. If you don't have, they don't have a job without us being divided. A lot of these bloggers and all that then make money. What happens if we solve racism and solve the problems? They're out because nobody gives a fuck what they have to say unless they're inciting bullshit.
Yeah, but what you said about your dad, right, is I do the same thing with this guy, for instance. He comes in, right? What's up, ching ching?
Sure.
Right? Or whatever.
Absolutely.
Right?
And my dad would do the same.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if if any race comes in there, I jab this and that. I've always been like that, right? And that's just my way of getting a laugh. Yeah. Right. I think it's funny when they say it to me. Right. It's just it's out of love.
It's not always funny though when you say you've been offended in the past at like supermarkets and stuff. Things have hit you hard.
But when somebody I don't know does it.
Yeah.
Well, that's messed up.
That's different because I don't know what their intentions are, right? I don't know what, maybe they're calling me Ching Chong and they are a part of the KKK. I don't fucking know.
No, that's not.
I think it's the irony that we're at, that's the irony of freedom, is that we're so free here. Nobody wants to admit it. What comes with that is you're free to complain.
Yeah.
Because, our complaints and these complaints, these woke complaints, if you compare them to what our parents or grandparents had to complain about, our grandparents would be like, what? And you'd be like, oh, it's so bad here. It's like, is it? Where we came from was really bad.
Yeah.
And guess what? The people who were treating us bad over there looked exactly like us.
Sure.
So people are shitty. America has, nobody wants to admit the other side of America. It's like, yeah, America has problems, but we're kind of the best place.
Yeah, my mother, when she was 9 years old, she grew up during the Korean War. She was walking her sister to school. Just cut to the chase. Her sister got hit by a military truck. Oh my God. Entrails on the streets. There was no ambulance, so she had to run up and get my uncles.
Right.
They took rice bags, picked up my aunt, who's obviously
dead,
and buried,
and ate her for dinner. Yeah.
Don't waste this.
Duck sauce.
More touchy. The Koreans, they'll eat anything.
Finally, we got meat. Finally, we have some meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's my mom's trauma. Don't do that. That's the most racist thing I've ever seen.
I know. I didn't take my shoes and socks off. Is that okay? Am I being disrespectful to the sun god? I don't want to be disrespectful to fucking Kung Fu Panda.
But that's what my mom, right?
So I was with great Opie from the Opie and Anthony show, and Sherrod had given Opie edibles in a chocolate bar, right? And I had never taken edibles before. I'm not a drug guy. I don't know. Opie just gives me the chocolate bar. I didn't know you're supposed to take half of the square of the chocolate bar. Of course. Okay. So and I love sweets. I mean, I got high cholesterol. My cholesterol was 250 at the time.
I have sweet teeth.
So I love sweets. So I literally, we're on the train going to the Islanders game, New York Islanders game, and Opie just gives me the chocolate bar and just starts looking at his phone. So I didn't know you're supposed to take half of square. I ate the entire chocolate bar. Just to the head, Sherrod Small's weed, chocolate, potent
oh my God.
Bar, okay? I forget that it even happened because Opie Opie was like not doing the weed. So Opie, he just gave me the chocolate bar, didn't even think about it. I just fucking crushed this thing, right? Having a good time. All of a sudden, we're at the Islanders game. First period, buzzer goes off. I thought somebody threw a spear from the top of the Jumbotron through the right side of my head, cutting off the left side of my body. I pop up out of the seat. I go, I'm having a stroke. I'm having a stroke. So I'm yelling that I'm having a stroke, right? I forgot that I was even on edibles. I'm convinced I'm having a fucking stroke.
Yeah.
So I go up the stairs and I'm just walking around. I'm like, I'm having a stroke, Opie. I'm having a stroke. He's like, you're not having a stroke. I'm like, dude, I'm having a fucking stroke. The left side of my arm doesn't work. And I'm like flinging my arm and it's not working. So then I'm like, I have to go.
So terrifying.
Dude, so I'm in a packed Islanders game, and this is New York City. I'm a big Islanders fan. Opie's a big Islanders fan, so people know who we are. Of course, they know Opie, and they're like, so they'll stop and see Opie, and they're like, oh, that guy's always on his show. So they're talking to me, and I'm trying to have these, dude, the actual, just as luck would have it, the Islanders broadcast team interviewed Opie and brought me on the interview. And I cursed on fucking SNY.
What'd you say?
I yelled, fuck the Rangers, because they were playing the Rangers. So they were like, boop, camera down, see ya, So I had gotten tickets. I had gotten tickets from the Islanders. The Ticket Connect was mine, from the Islanders. So they found out that I yelled, fuck the Rangers, lose the tickets. I leave Barclays Center. I walk up to a police officer who's in full SWAT riot gear, because, it's New York City. These guys have real jobs to do, this terrorist activity. I walk up to him. I said, officer, I'm going to be 100% honest with you right now. I've ingested drugs. And he goes, what do you mean? He goes, I said, I'm having a stroke. What a pussy. And he goes, okay, what kind of drugs did you ingest? I said, I can't tell you the type of marijuana strain that I've ingested, but I have consumed an illegal amount of drugs. I was trying to use all these professional words. Dude, he started laughing at me so hard, I thought he was going to shoot his gun in the air. So he goes, I swear to God, he goes, kid, get the fuck out of here. That's what he says to me, like in a movie. And I was like, So he goes, kid, get the fuck out of here. So I get in a cab. It's on 4th Avenue and 8th Street. I get in a cab. I'm like, take me to where I live, 4th Avenue and 93rd Street. So By the way, it was freezing. It was January, but I had my jacket on. I was so fucking hot. I asked this cab driver to open up all the windows. This guy opened up all the windows, and he was like shivering and freezing. And I was like, guy, I'm sorry. I'm having a fucking stroke right now. I'm on drugs. You got to keep these windows down. And he was like, I'm so cold. I'm so cold. I was like, if you could show me a valid U.S. passport, I'll put the windows up. Obviously, he couldn't. He's a cab driver. He said, they're staying down, fucking Vitru. So
Vitru.
I don't know.
That was his name. That's a bad pronunciation.
I don't know, dude. I was high.
All right. Fuck, man.
So literally, dude, it's 4th Avenue and
wanna make a
93rd
t-shirt.
Street. The cab driver stopped at a light at 4th Avenue and 63rd Street. I look out, I'm like, I'm home. I open the door, and he's like, I thought I was on 93rd Street, but the 6 and the 9 were, reversed in my head. Bro, I'm fucking sweating. It's like 8 degrees out. I throw my jacket, like a $400 North Face jacket, in a public garbage can in New York City. Just bang!
Christ.
Right in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. I start sprinting home. I don't know what the fuck is happening. I didn't live with my kid's mom at the time. I go to my kid's mom's house. It's 10 o'clock at night. I ring the bell.
Oh,
dude,
no.
I ring the bell. She goes, what are you doing here? I was like, I'm having a stroke. And she was like, Chris, you're not having a stroke. I said, I'm having a stroke. I've ingested drugs. So she goes, oh my God. She goes, all right, come in. So she goes, you have to take a shower. She knew she used to use drugs when she was a kid. She's like, you have to take a shower. She was like, you have to take a shower and drink milk. I know. She goes, take a shower and drink milk.
If you had ecstasy and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So I take a shower. I fucking start drinking this milk, and then I take a shower. I take a shower with my shoes and socks on. So that means I got completely butt naked, and I put my socks and my shoes back on, and I step in her shower.
I haven't heard this story. I haven't heard this story.
Like a black guy who does porn.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta get the grip.
Yeah, gotta get the grip.
Gotta
so
lay it
I'm
home.
literally taking a shower with my fucking shoes and socks on, and then it's like it's getting bad, and then out of nowhere, just bang, I start hysterical laughing. Just hysterical laughing, having the fucking best time, and then it was going back in waves. Hysterical laughing, terrified. Hysterical laughing, terrified. I slept on the floor in my, at that time, 2-year-old daughter's room. All true. I sleep on the floor with her. She's got a stuffed animal, Piggy. She fucking loves this animal, Piggy. At some point in the night, I take Piggy off her bed, sleeping on the floor. I wake up, Piggy's mouth on my taint. I said, yes. Literally, and I was sleeping butt naked. I slept butt naked on my 2-year-old daughter's bedroom floor. I'm sleeping butt naked. So think about what she has to wake up to.
Yeah.
2 years old, her father, who doesn't live in the house anymore, is naked with her favorite stuffed animal
eating her dad's
in between
ass.
my balls and asshole. And then I woke up. My kid's mom woke me up, and she saw what was happening because she was the one who woke me up. She was like, Chris, get out. And then she sees the whole thing, and she's like, this is why we can't be together.
I was gonna say, when I asked you why you broke up,
why we can't be
this
together.
is why you can't do it.
That's the worst, dude.
Dude, edibles, since you've been at the success level you've been at with the theaters and all that, have you taken a hot, fat fucking bomb yet? Like a real fat one. Like just a nice Cero in front of 1,500 plus, just a real stinker, because it happens, man. Where you just take a full Cero. Somebody goes, "That's a no-no," and it's just you're just eating it, and you start going, "Where you from?" Or you start going, "Yo, you know what's weird?" There's nothing funnier. There's nothing. The only things that can make comedians belly laugh is watching another good comedian bomb and a fart joke or a fart, or just not even a fart joke, just just a wet, nasty, fucking rip your asshole third gear fart, like that guy in Barstool. You see that guy in Barstool with the third gear fart? Yeah, it's something to look up.
What fart? Do you think the farts get nastier in certain countries or not?
I think, yeah. Well, I think that's why I think we need a wall, is because I think outside the United States. Those farts, man. That's the reason. Every time Trump's like, we need a wall, I'm like, yeah, Mexicans' assholes are dirty.
We get that.
And Canadian asses too, man. Don't sleep on Canadian. Don't sleep on how disgusting a Canadian fart could be.
Really?
Poutine. You know what that's like? That's cheese curd.
Yeah.
I want a wall around all that, because there's a wall around us, man.
Well, why doesn't everybody should just get a little wall that they can bring with them and put wherever they want, man?
Canada and Mexico, because the truth of the situation.
Here we got a man right here doing something. There's an urban guy right here.
This is the... Ain't ever hear a fart hit third gear as the caption.
Okay.
Take a look.
Damn. And And they're gonna blame it somehow on white people. I'm sure, dude. That's insane.
That's insane, right?
Wow, dude. That's like Tokyo Drift, huh?
Dude, I was watching that thing for an hour yesterday, crying. Dude, my beautiful 4-year-old daughter was doing ballet and doing some of the finest moves she's ever done and getting to new heights in her life. And I was head buried in the phone, crying, laughing because of this dude's third gear floor. And her mom was like, "This is why we can't be together." Her mom was she was like, "This is why we're just always going to be co-parents." Because I was just like, crying. She thought I was crying. At first, my kid's mom thought I was crying because of how beautiful my daughter nailed a pirouette. I was listening to that with my headphones on, hysterical, crying at the ballet.
And are they husband and wife, you think?
Yes.
Or they are.
Yo,
and he just blasted his wife with that.
Oh, could you imagine what those undies must look like? His drawers must be wild.
Dude, now, have you guys been exercising? What's been the exercise routine? Because I was thinking because Badass Academy and I are going to team up, and I'm going to start doing live exercise videos from my Instagram. Doing Instagram live every morning, exercise.
That's a really good idea. I haven't worked out in a week, and I feel horrible.
Are you sick? Do you have any symptoms at all? You feel fine?
I don't. I mean, most of my symptoms are mental as usual, It's just, it's constantly, I have no symptoms, no, except I feel a little worn out. Is that the coronavirus?
Well, I think it's just mental. We're all mentally exhausted by this thing,
Yeah, and I've just had I've had electricians. I got a floor guy here. I got a painter, and I had an electrician out here. I'm getting prepared for the apocalypse, so.
What do you want? Hold on. What do you want?
Something in the bottle. Do you want some?
Do I want what? Some wine? No, because I want to exercise first. Yeah.
What just happened?
Is this a 10 out of 10?
Yeah. What just happened?
Just got yelled at.
Well, you know what? We got a lot of people out there that really need a lot of cheering up, and you really put your whole life on the line every time is really what the people put their hard-earned money up for.
Yeah.
This should be Patreon, but they're getting this for freebie.
Yeah, so they're getting this one for freebie, but this is going to be one where it's like, if you want to see shit like this, we're only going to start putting on the Patreon as this quarantine continues.
Yeah, as it continues. Chris puts, just spins the wheel with his well-being and his life. That's just that you're going to have to pay for that.
Yeah, you're going to have to pay. If you think that I was wild with no quarantine, wait until I can't get outside the door. Wait until you put me back in my cage.
So right now you guys are quarantined together. I mean, that is a show right there. I mean, talk about a show. Imagine a show idea. It takes place during coronavirus, and you're just quarantined with you maybe
just say hello.
I mean,
that's what it is.
Yeah, that's a show. Yeah, I mean, it would be funny if like these guys who are working at my house, if we all just got quarantined and they had to stay in here right now, and I just had to live with these painters.
Yeah, I mean, because make no mistake, if you don't think that we're going to write a whole season of Bay Ridge Boys while in this quarantine, you got another thing coming.
Oh, we're definitely going to write it.
Are we officially in a quarantine yet, or not yet?
Well, that's what I'm scared of. Right now, we're in this sort of informal where they're asking people, but now I think it's going to, because people, especially young people, just refuse to listen. Yeah.
That's an edit.
Yeah. I mean, you're really cutting it close.
Yeah. It's what it is.
Yeah, you're cutting.
And now I'm gonna start drinking.
He's got red wine too. I mean, you're really unwinding, huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna unwind, cuz just like a female does. I mean, I'm a glass of red wine. I got my feet kicked the fuck up. I got my books here. I got all the books I need. We got a little Eckhart Tolle. We have You Are Enough, The Mastery of Love, A Brief History of Time, and Blessed in the Darkness and the Power of Change Today. I got my red wine. I got this to stick in my pussy. And we're just gonna be good.
You got your red wine? Do you have your blood pressure machine?
I forgot my blood pressure machine, but cuz here's a nice development. I went and got a sleep study. I went and got a sleep study. And my blood pressure is 121/77. I got acute BP.
Yeah, I mean, you're back to normal because it could be because of plants. No,
I think it's because of plants.
Yeah. Did you hear what I said or no?
Well, what'd you say?
Mike, did you hear it? Mike?
Mike?
I couldn't hear it.
What'd you say?
I said, did the squeak leave anything?
Oh.
Oh. Yeah.
What are we doing, man? We push it too far, no?
Push it too far, yeah, but what can you do?
What, are we a couple kids who push it too far?
We're a fucking podcast on the run, and cuz, make no mistake, I think that the quarantine, because here's the truth. Let me be honest. Because I know the audio may be a little fucked up, but I know we're trying to do this from our phones, and we're doing the best we can. We will get better as this quarantine goes on, but we're here to bring people joy, people who are maybe going to get sick themselves, lose someone who gets sick. We're here to have a good time and have fun and just be like, hey, forget about the pandemic. Just come into our world where reality is just a suggestion and we'll have a good time. Now, why are you under the couch?
The phone just dropped behind the bed.
Oh, I thought you threw me under the couch. I thought the Mexicans were coming.
No. That's we're gonna be okay. But I mean, you don't know. Can you look under the chair? You don't know if Squeak's still there.
Yeah. Let's check. Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Listen. He did leave his cup.
Yeah. I don't know if we're gonna be able to put this out.
Let's put it out.
A round of applause, guys. Giannis and Chris are in town.
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
I want to know, what kind of white is he?
Yeah.
He's, you know what? He's the Schindler White.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, you know, it's interesting you say that because I did the Ancestry.com and I thought my whole life I was half Italian, half Irish, like every other white piece of shit from any big city, but I found that I'm almost 80% German.
Yeah.
So it is interesting you say the Schindler thing because I have a little bit of the Nazi thing, you know? No, I like everybody.
I understand that.
I don't want to push anybody in ovens. I mean, I am for the wall, and but I want to make sure everyone here has their passport because you guys are looking at me, and I'm getting a little, I'm getting a feeling the walls are coming.
But I want to say this,
but I don't want to hurt any Jews.
Right? I know you don't, but you didn't even have to go. Right. Ancestry. You could have just called me and I would have said you're 80% German.
you know.
Look at that face.
Yeah.
You see Schindler's List?
Yeah.
We all look like you, bro.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what it is.
You're Greek.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Saganaki.
I need Saganaki and I need an eyebrow threader at all times.
Yeah, he needs to thread his eyebrows.
They need to be threaded now.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have come to LA like this. I'm embarrassed by how I look.
Yeah. But when I saw you last night at the Comedy Store, I just went, that's Giannis, because nobody looks like you.
Yeah. And I look like John Stamos' like retarded brother. Like special needs. That's what they call me. We
call him special needs Stamos.
That's my nickname.
And we also call him Yanni Omos because his head is almost big enough. He's almost handsome. He's almost got a big enough dick. He's almost had a career. He's come close. And he's almost gay. That's the thing with us. Is I'll say this about us is we're a podcast. Number one, we're a podcast that's on the run. We're just feel like we say shit. We're here for a good time, not a long time. The History Hyenas. We can confidently 100% tell you we are not gay, but we can also tell you we are not straight. So I just don't know what it is. It's a mixed match. We're a couple of guys, we fall in love with men, we have sex with women. That's how it rolls. And he's got a fucking wife. Which is nice.
Do you do colleges?
Yeah, I do colleges.
Oh, really?
I do them now a little bit, but a couple of years ago.
He's not allowed to anymore, honestly. He's not,
he's not actually. Really? No, dude, the podcast, my History Hyenas podcast, because we just go fucking wild for history and nature. They, the colleges are starting to come around again because the kids listen to it, and it's like, we're just talking about uncomfortable truths in history. But the best thing to do is when you're bombing, like in New York at the Comedy Cellar, and you're just eating a zero, like those old school guys, Bobby Kelly, Keith Robinson, Colin Quinn. You'll just like bomb, and then you're just like, so where are you from? And you'll hear Bobby go, "Shut up! You're bombing! Shut up!" And they'll just be like heckling you from the back, and you're just eating it even more. You're like, "Oh, everyone, Bobby Kelly," and they're like, "Shut up! You're eating it! Shut up! Sit in the bomb." You'll hear Colin Quinn go, "Sit in the bomb! Sit in the bomb!" That's what they'll say, and they just want you to sit there and just eat a fucking hot cock. And so that's funny.
Hey, by the way, New York,
sit in the bomb.
New York, Colin Quinn would yell, "Sit in the bomb! You're trying to get out of it. Sit in the bomb!"
New York could give a fuck too. Hart's
God.
audience is New York. Get the fuck
out of here. Oh yeah.
Hey, make me laugh, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
You're as good as your last joke. I was a fan 1 minute ago.
I made a big mistake once to have I did comedy on the Seth Meyers show. And I thought that was a big deal in 2015. And I had a viewing party for it at the Comedy Cellar. And all those guys showed up. And Jim Norton just annihilating me. Just about the jokes that I was doing. And Colin Quinn being like, really? Bobby Kelly like, really, dude? This is what we're fucking here for? A 5-minute Seth Meyers set? Just like an idiot.
How great is Bobby Kelly?
Number one, man. Monster. I mean, just the way that you get trashed. The thing is with the Comedy Cellar is when you sit at that back table, especially the way that where it's cornered there, if you're sitting there and SD the Booker's there and the old school guys are there and you're and they start making fun of you, you can't physically get out of it. No. So either you have comebacks or because if they smell blood, if Keith Robinson starts to really pick up, you're just going to get annihilated and it's going to hurt bad. Yeah. You're just
those guys scare me.
I mean, I've been eviscerated.
Jim Norton,
they start calling your baby ugly. You can't do anything.
Yeah. No. Jim Norton's vile.
Oh yeah, you just start to take a hot one. But,
savage.
But it's so the old school New York shit.
I know.
People didn't remember Rogan when he was younger, but Rogan, when I first met Rogan, he was a fucking Boston comic.
Oh yeah.
And dude, when he was like a killer. He used to destroy rooms. I'd be like, what the fuck? And I was kind of always trying to act, but I would dabble around with stand up.
Right.
And that guy would be like, I'd be like, oh, that guy's funny. He goes, he's fucking what?
Yeah.
He's follow me one time, bitch. He literally, it was like a sport for him.
Hey, is Jay Moore from Boston too?
Oh, Jay Moore's a monster too.
We saw him last night.
We saw him last night. I haven't seen him forever.
As good a comic in many ways as I've ever seen.
Back in the day, you're talking about straight
Jay Moore in a lot of ways is so talented.
He was so talented.
His acting, his fucking stand-up.
Jerry Maguire, he was great in Jerry Maguire.
He's a beast.
I used to open for him on the road.
Oh, you did?
When I first started, I used to open for Jay Moore and Artie Lang. Those are the two guys.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because how
long ago was this?
This was in 2011.
Two of the funniest, Artie and Jay Moore, both of whom I know very well.
Well, and
monsters.
The way I started opening for Artie was I was at Caroline's. Caroline's in 2011, Louis Ferranda used to just book me to open for everyone. So I was opening for Richard Lewis. And Richard Lewis, he's notorious for this. He will not sit in the green room in between shows. He just will not sit in the green room.
Where's he go? Outside?
Goes back to his hotel. That's what he does. He doesn't like the way, and he just shows up for game time. That's what he does. Whatever.
He doesn't want to talk or smoke.
Doesn't want to do anything. He has sold out 400 seats.
I get it.
Every night sold out. I literally have 10 minutes of material at most. 12 minutes stretching the fuck out of my set.
No.
I've been doing comedy for 18 months, but they're having me MC weekend shows because Lewis is see something, whatever. So I've been doing it, it's fine. Thursday night show's fine. It was the same thing. They give me the light at 9 minutes. That means Richard's there. Bring up Richard, do your last joke. Richard Lewis. Fine. Friday night, Saturday night show's great. Saturday, 8 o'clock, fine. Everything good. Now, this is my 5th show. Saturday, 10 o'clock goes, and I fucking like clockwork. 9 minutes, I know I'm going to do my bullshit, whatever, newbie bit, closer, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Bring up Richard Lewis. 9 minutes, I get there, no light.
Ew.
So I'm like, what's going on? And then a couple of minutes go by, I'm stretching it out, whatever. I see Lewis in the back going like this with his hand being like, keep going, keep going.
What?
Dude, I had 10 minutes, 12 if I fucking stretched it. 58 minutes in front of 400 people. Let me tell you, Richard Lewis in the car service back to his hotel had gotten into a car accident, had hit a drunk driver. He was fine, had hit Richard Lewis. The police wouldn't let him leave until everything was assessed. So he had nowhere to, he couldn't leave. 58 minutes, dude. I asked every single person in the crowd where they were from. The only thing that I know every state capital. I was having people yell at a state, I would yell the capital. I was just, that's what I did for 400 people. But there's only 50 states, ran out of that. Then I had a guy come up and try 2 minutes of stand-up. He fucking blew me out of the water. Just came and started annihilating. So I got him off. Then I was asking people what they had for lunch. I mean, literally, I was like, you don't understand.
Dude, that's an eternity.
I had 12 minutes. I did 58 fucking minutes.
That's the worst. That's it's like being in school with your clothes on.
Dude, I swear to God, I bring up Richard Lewis. I'm like, finally I see light. I'm like, thank God I see him. He doesn't say anything. He goes, guys, give it up for David, my opener. I thought my name was David the whole time. I did 58 minutes, took a huge shit. Literally, I mean, people.
Did you get paid extra or no?
Not a fucking cent extra. Not a cent. I still have to pay 50. I still have to pay for my fucking cheeseburger half off.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And you got any road stories with Jay Moore and Artie?
Well, that's why I brought that Richard Lewis thing up, because Artie Lang saw that. Artie Lang was one of the guys in the back, and I come on, because Artie's a comic. I come off, and Artie's like, dude, he goes, I knew exactly what was happening. He said, I was telling Lewis, I'll go up there. I'll save this kid.
That'd been great.
And Lewis was like, no, he's got to learn. He's got to learn. And I'm like, but 58 minutes? I had 12 fucking minutes. So I was like, let me learn for another 10 minutes.
Right.
Learn what?
Like, you literally, I was almost going to fucking kill myself on stage.
It's a slaughter.
I was going to fucking start slitting my wrist with the butter knife.
Just to entertain the fans.
You don't have the material. That's
I can't do anything. So Artie Lang sees that. And then the way it worked out was Artie's like, listen, man, I'm going to bring you on the road. And he drove me all the way back home to my house
He's
in
the
Brooklyn.
nicest human being in the world.
Oh, God, great. Artie Lang was great.
He's the best person in the world.
And this is Artie was, who's sober then. And he was saying, and he's sober now, by the way. I'm happy to see Artie's like sober. And Artie, but at that point he was sober. And he was like, listen, man, I just want a guy, like you, young guy, seems hungry, nice guy, good family. He's like, I just want you to you be with me in between shows. Like we get out of the green room, we walk around, we just stay away from the booze, stay away from the girls. Like, you don't have any habits. And I said, I don't. And he was like, yeah, so you come with me. And then we would go on the road. And this is already, 2011. It's just like late 2011. He, his Howard Stern fans were fucking vicious too. Like, I remember, dude.
Vicious meaning?
Like they just want Artie, and they're Stern.
I performed. That's what I used to open. I opened for him a couple times. And they were all Howard Stern fans at the height of his powers.
Yeah.
They were so fucking drunk and rowdy. It was out of control.
Dude,
out of
literally,
control.
Count Basie Theater, whatever that holds, 1,500, fucking sold out. I'm being serious. Literally, this was maybe the second show I opened for Artie. Artie was like, hey, it's Count Basie, it's Jersey, like, there are animals out there, do 5 minutes, bring me up, it'll be fine. I'm not lying to you, dude. I had on this purple button down shirt. I don't know why. I had a button down shirt. I come out, they're like, please welcome stage Chris Stefano. Half the people clap, whatever. From the fucking last row in the upper deck, as soon as I take the mic out of the stand, perfect. Somebody goes, nice shirt, faggot.
Yep. Same thing with me.
Explodes in laughter. Artie has to come. They
save you.
Artie comes on the God mic from the back, goes, give the kid a chance. Give him a chance. He goes, the shirt sucks. I'll give it to him. Give it up to my boy, Chris Stefano. They let me do like 3 jokes. And then a woman from the front was like, honey, like I could hear her. Nobody heard it. She was like, honey, bring up Artie. Bring up Artie. That's what she said.